Welcome to the show, my friends. Well. Just days after we were told Elon Musk would not be getting any government contracts while he's doing this extraordinarily important and powerful work for DOGE, Trump told us he's personally keeping an eye on it very strongly, very alpha. Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, has received a government contract. Yes, that is exactly what's going on. Let's break down this spectacle of corruption brought to you by the unholy, ungodly alliance of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Just days after Musk's so-called Department of Government Efficiency, which, sounds like it's something pulled from a bad 80s movies, slashed hundreds of critical jobs at the FAA, including safety personnel, Musk's company, SpaceX, has secured a beautiful deal with the FAA to manage U.S. airspace using his own Starlink satellites. If that doesn't scream conflict of interest, is there any such thing as a conflict of interest? Remember this from a few days ago? Will Elon secure any government contracts while working on DOGE? And Trump says, no, we wouldn't let him. And I'm personally monitoring everything.
They need our protection, yes.
You mentioned Elon Musk and the efforts that he's undertaking with your authority. You granted him new authority this week. Will he secure any new government contracts while he is working on DOGE?
No, not if there's a conflict.
Not if there's a conflict.
There's no conflict, I guess. What difference does it make? But we won't let him do anything having to do with the conflict.
Are you personally checking to make sure there's no conflicts of interest?
Yeah, I am.
He answers to you.
Sure, he does.
Yep. Oh, sure. Trump's personally involved. He's in up to his elbows checking for conflicts of interest. Now, this is the type of conflict, this is the type of deal, rather, that smells, I would argue, worse than the bathroom where Trump had the classified documents stacked up to the gaudy chandelier. This is the kind of deal where Musk, who loves to act as though he's above the rules, gets to be above the rules, and he gets to cash in on a government contract while slashing jobs at the agency responsible for regulating his company. Think of it. And by the way, we'll get to what's going on in aviation. Another near miss, this time at Chicago's Midway Airport. On the one hand, we have a situation with aviation safety where even if we don't blame Trump, we would all come to the table and say, this is not the time to slash FAA. This is not the time to slash safety personnel, reduce air traffic control. But that's exactly what they're doing. And meanwhile, in swoops Elon Musk like a phoenix rising over the horizon to say, hey, you know what? Give me some money and my Starlink satellites are going to be able to do some of this work. Now, for those who might believe Elon when he says, I'm not involved in a lot of these companies. Sure, I'm the owner, but I'm not running it. I'm not the administrator. I'm not, fill in the blanks. Elon Musk is not a passive observer here. He is actively involved. They're shipping thousands of Starlink terminals to the FAA. He got involved with Starlink and Ukraine. And meanwhile, they're cutting FAA staff responsible for, to some degree, regulating the business of these satellites. Consider that. Those satellites are governed and regulated by the very FAA that is being cut. So it's all a mess. It's backroom deals, it's conflicting interests, and it's a complete and total reckless disregard for public safety. And it puts the FAA in a situation where it's now stuck trying to balance legitimate safety concerns with dealing with the fallout from Elon Musk's mass layoffs and his criticism of the very system that regulates him. And the fact that the Trump administration, with which Musk is in bed with, doesn't even care that the FAA is being gutted for Musk's benefit is proof that it's rigged for the wealthy, it's rigged for the powerful. Yesterday, I did this segment. I don't really believe in the deep state, but to the extent that there is one, it's Trump and Musk. It's another reminder. Musk has also already been in trouble with the FAA previously for violating launch regulations and causing literal explosions. But instead of being held accountable, he gets to fund the very agency that's supposed to oversee his company. And don't forget that the Trump administration tried to cover up the fact that the FAA was losing crucial safety staff. As all this went on, they said, no, Nothing and no one's safety related here, but the people responsible for keeping air travel safe are suddenly expendable, and it's Starlink satellites with a deal for Elon that are going to swoop in. So what is this at the 40,000 foot level? Excuse the pun. This is what happens when you mix a capitalism that is not regulated enough with blatant corruption, a disregard for public safety, and naked cronyism and nepotism. That's what you get. Musk and Trump making it crystal clear that the rules do not apply to them. Will the FAA become an extension of SpaceX? It's not a stretch. It's only February. It seems like this is just the beginning. If you're still using a free email service, your emails are often being scanned and tracked even after you delete them. Companies use the data to know everything about you and show you ads, even your most personal communications. That's why I recommend you check out StartMail. Unlike free email services, our sponsor StartMail never scans or tracks your emails. It also blocks tracking pixels, which companies and hackers use to capture your IP address. And when you delete an email in StartMail, it is gone forever, keeping your information private. StartMail allows you to create unlimited email aliases, protecting your identity and reducing spam. This lets you use different email addresses for different purposes, like newsletters or shopping. Plus, StartMail lets you encrypt every email, even if the recipient doesn't use encryption. Switching is easy. You can migrate all your existing emails and contacts with just a few clicks. StartMail also offers a business plan with unlimited domains, advanced phishing protection, and shared aliases for seamless team collaboration. Go to startmail.com/Pacman to get 50% off your first year. That's about $2 a month for a personal plan, or about $3 a month for a business plan, plus get 25% off additional accounts for team members. The link is in the description.